Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. Yesterday after school felt so good. For the first time in like a long time, I had nowhere to go right after school besides going home. Was able to cook dinner on the grill. We had some pork chops. I laid down on the couch with Riggins. We were listening to the Cubs game a little bit. And all of a sudden my wife is like, you guys have haircut appointments. So we had to get up and go out of the house. But it does feel good having a nice summer cut here to hopefully start off summer, even though it feels more like winter outside. A late winter day in the kind of high 40s, low 50s here today. Windy, rainy, nasty. Welcome to Chicago, Illinois. All right, class is in session. Today is Wednesday, May 20th. It is lesson 172. And our stat line of the day will go to Daniel Palencia. Now, you probably have this player on your team, in the bullpen especially, and they are good at their role. And Daniel Palencia, normally he's pitching the 7th, sometimes the 8th inning. And last night he pitched the 9th. And it did not go well. He lasted 2/3 of an inning. He surrendered the lead. He got the loss, but he gave up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 1, and the Cubs lost the game. Now, before this, he had been into, I think it was 12 games without giving up a run. And I just, there's that certain mentality with being a closer in the major leagues, and either guys have it or they don't. Now, on one hand, it was 1 game in the last 12, so hopefully the Cubs score about 20 runs today and give up 2 and don't have to worry about a closer. But I am a little bit worried about the 9th inning for the Chicago Cubs. A lot of the 6th, 7th, and 8th inning guys have been doing a fairly good job. So we'll see what happens in the 9th. Now, in 1920, of all things, the police were brought into the bleachers at Wrigley Field and they were shaking people down for what? Gambling. That's right. Cub fans were, day baseball, middle of the day in the bleachers, gambling on people. Police were hauling them off. And what do we have today? There's a DraftKings right attached to Wrigley Field. So you want to lay down your wager. You can walk to the pay window and lay your bet down. And then hopefully after the game, walk right back up there and get paid. But how times have changed. And in 1940, Stan Mikita was born in the Slovak Republic, and he was a Chicago Blackhawk for 22 years, and one of those players when he still was alive. He was at the United Center very often, an awesome ambassador for the team, and what a career. He won 1 Stanley Cup with the team, that 1961 Cup. He won 2 Hart Awards. The Hart Awards, that's the MVP. I love the Stanley Cup trophies. The Art Ross Trophy, that's for the leading scorer during the regular season. And also he's a 2-time winner of the Lady Byng Trophy, and that's for the most gentlemanly player and having outstanding stats throughout the year. So you can't just be a guy that's a gentleman and never plays. So you have to be a very good player, but also a gentleman in the game. So Stasiu Stan Mikita, he has an awesome trophy outside of the United Center. And I have a little addition for today as well. Anthony Pruitt, he got a hold of me on Instagram for the hobby handoff. And I've got this little box right here that we're going to open up today as well. So let's get started. All right, we're back. And speaking of Anthony, I just saw really quick on Instagram, he sent me, I didn't watch it yet, but I did see it, where Pete Rose is betting on if he will get into the Hall of Fame or not. So I told you the gambling's all over the place here, folks. So glad to know that Pete Rose is back. It should have happened when he was alive still, so he can be inducted into the Hall of Fame when he's alive. Just a great hitter. I mean, I saw something the other day where he was talking hitting, just like none of these guys are going to make it. No one's going to make over 4,000 hits, and I think he is correct on that. So let's get into what Anthony sent me here. Got a little note. Sorry it took so long. I am the slowest shipper in the business, so do not worry about that, buddy. Thank you very much. Thank you for the kind words. And, one of my goals as a teacher is to entertain and educate. I feel like you have to do both to really keep everyone's attention. So Anthony, thank you so much for the support. So as you know, I've been working on this Topps Chrome Platinum set for some time, and he has, ooh, look at all these. So my students do have art today, and I brought my binders to school. So when they're at art, I have some report cards to do, but knowing that I have this, I may just give everyone the benefit of the doubt and give them those passing grades. But I'll be putting these into my binder. So Anthony, thank you very much. Ooh, I love completing sets. And I'm getting awful close right there. We threw in some extras here and some extra cubbies. I need to look and see. I've got quite a few Billy Williams and Ferguson Jenkins, so I could be maybe trying to complete those rainbows as well. Nick Madrigal, look at that, out of 250. Billy is out of 299. Put our cubbies on the stand, because you never know what Panini or Topps are going to put into their packs. But when a friend is sending you cards, you know you got some hits. Patrick Wisdom, Lee Arthur Smith, Ron. I'm going to put Ron Santo up on the stand, that's for sure. Got my main man right there, Nico Horner. Why can't Hap ever smile? Hap is never really smiling. Nice guy, I've heard, but just never a big smiler. Alfonso Rivas, back when he was a Cub, did meet him a couple times walking the tunnel when I was going out for my vending assignment. Ran into him. He'd always say hi to the guys. Bruce Sutter. Another Nico Horner. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Another, ooh, man, look at that beautiful Lee Arthur Smith. Man, I mean, Topps Chrome Platinum, they know how to do it, that's for sure. So here's my wish. And I forget. Someone left in the comments yesterday, glad about the 2024 set coming back in September. It's actually 2025, but I hope they have short print rookie cards for our 2024 rookies. Like this guy right here, Pete Crow Armstrong, Shota Imanaga. And look at that. Holy cow. Anthony, thank you so much. Pete Crow Armstrong, player worn memorabilia. One of my buddies, vendor, he enjoys looking at the cards that I get, or looking at the cards that I get. I gave him his first Pete Crow Armstrong card, but he's going to like seeing that card right there. We love talking Pete Crow Armstrong. Ben Brown, Alfonso Rivas, and Seiya. Man, the Cubs outfield with right now Suzuki, Tucker, and PCA. Man, the stolen bases, the home runs they got. It's an all-star outfield out there for sure. Happer should be back pretty soon. Say he'll be back to DH, but man, that's an awesome looking. Oh, it is number. Okay. Holy cow, 3 out of 199. Anthony, thank you very much. I am blown away by your generosity, and I am just jonesing at the idea of putting those cards into my binder a little bit later on today. Now, that was just the extra lesson plan here, folks. So we're going to get down and now some game day football. I added quite a few cards yesterday. I'm down to about 40 cards for the set, and I have about half of the box left. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. There's Mark May. Him and Lou Holtz going at it on game day football. And Dan Marino. Another Dan Marino. I think I've sent one of these to BC. BC, let me know. Otherwise, maybe I'll send this one out to John the Autograph Fisherman. But I can't remember which Dan Marino I sent to you. Jeff Graham, Mark Wheeler, Chuck Cecil, Terry Kirby, Mark Jackson, Brad Edwards, Dan Williams, Hardy Nickerson. I do need one of the checklists for this set, but I think it's the first checklist, I think. That's a double there probably. I know that I need one of the checklists still. Man, I just love looking at these Topps Chrome Platinum, folks. I can't get enough of them. I wonder, will they do a football version of it? That's like the best idea I've had all day long, folks, or all week long probably. Will there be a football Topps Chrome Platinum? Woo! Now we're really talking. Steve Young, shout out to Jason. John Copeland, Ampley, Bruce Pickens, Daryl Telly. I like horizontal cards, to be honest with you. Who's he taking down there? Can't really tell. Darren Lewis, Tony Jones, Carl Pickens, Robert Jones, Greg Cragen, Barry Sanders. I mean, he was so good. Look at that. Dallas Cowboy just stiff-arming him out of the way. Man, Justin, how do you feel about that? Johnny Holland going in for the touchdown right there. Packers win. Game winner right there. All right, we're down to 2 packs here, folks. So my 2 favorite products, Topps Chrome Platinum and anything that may include a downtown. I just started putting my 2025 Optic into a binder. Or no, 2024 Optic into a binder, sorry. I don't have early privileges to anything, folks. Harrison Butker, Justin Jefferson. So we've been doing trivia here in the classroom, if I told you, just kind of randomly throughout the day. So for this one, I'll probably go, who is the best wide receiver? And I keep on forgetting the division names. The Centrals, the North. I'll say, what is the best wide receiver in the Bears division? Someone will say Justin Jefferson. They'll get that card right there. Chris Godwin. Thrasher, not the rookie we're looking for. Lamar Jackson. There we go. Jordan Whittington on the Optic preview. Not the guy we're looking for either, if that happens. Jonathan Brooks, remember, in his Optic card, he's given the stiff arm. So they did do different pictures for this. And wise choice, young man, because that was a weak stiff arm. Evan McPherson, Jerry Jeudy. Here we go. That's why I said, with your friends, you get all the hits. Topps and Panini, not always as much. Let's see. All right, Trey Mancini. We do got a numbered card here. Joe Morgan. See, wasn't numbered out of here, folks. So this is out of 100. Go ahead. Put a guess in the chat. It's out of 100. What is this Joe Morgan card numbered? And you could be a winner, folks. And then this Ben DeLuzo. Billy Williams. Pete Crow Armstrong. Anthony, thank you very much. Class is dismissed.